Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Brielle. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not new here, welcome back and thank you for coming back. And today we are talking about something that I feel so very passionate about. This is something that I have done all my life, but then when I took a break, realized what was happening. And then after postpartum or being
Now it looks
That's
clustered.
nice.
Looks clustered because of
Let's talk about moving our bodies. Before you roll your eyes or think that this is a fitness lecture, it's not, first of all. This is not about losing weight. This is not about getting in the gym. None of that stuff. This is about what happens when you stop moving and what can reignite when you start moving again. I've lived both sides. I have danced all my life. I didn't really notice what happens when you move your body at first because it was so engraved in my life and it was such a part of my everyday life growing up that I didn't even realize that if I stopped, what would happen. And then I gave birth and I was a little bit more stagnant. I didn't move as much. And I realized there was something missing in my life. I also feel like this is so important specifically for moms. Anybody can do this. Anybody can understand this and implement this in their life. But me being a mom and having this issue and knowing a lot of other moms that have had the same issue, I just feel like this is so important for us moms to really take into consideration and implement into our life. And it is so easy to fall into the daily rhythms of waking up, getting the kids ready, doing everything for the kids, and not doing things for yourself. Or yes, you're moving, you're doing laundry, you're getting the food ready for them, you're moving, but it's not necessarily intentional. Not really movement to release things that are inside of you. And then maybe you've noticed you felt a little more brain fog than usual, or you're feeling stuck and you don't have a direction to go in your life, or you feel like you don't. You have so many tasks to do. There's so many things in your head going on and you just cannot decipher, one, what to do first, two, how to even organize what's going on in your head, and you're constantly battling with yourself. For me, I definitely felt like that. I wasn't understanding why I felt everything I just mentioned. I had felt the brain fog, feeling stagnant, or not having a direction or purpose to go for something that I was wanting to do, things like that. And I was getting really deep into this. It was starting to become a problem. And I one day just realized that, I'm just gonna go do something I haven't done in a long time, and that's dance. I'm going to just get up and do it. This specific instant, I had Michael take our son and I went to the gym and they had a dance studio, so I went in there alone and I just turned music on and started dancing improv. I had nothing choreographed, I had nothing planned. I just started moving my body. Was it pretty? No, it wasn't pretty, but it didn't matter. I just moved the way that I felt like my body needed to move. And then by the end of it, that day was so different than the other days prior. I felt very light. I felt like I could think. I felt like I could move my body. And I felt very proud that I, one, did that for myself, two, didn't care what I was looking like, and three, I felt like I had a release of something that I wasn't quite sure of what it was at first, but made a difference in my life. The way that I showed up for myself, the way that I showed up for my husband and my child, my dogs, everything that I was showing up for, it made a difference on just that instance of me moving my body. I know it sounds silly, but yeah, I did that, and it was, by the end of it, I was just thinking, oh, that felt so good. It felt so nice to just freely move. And it was just like my mind was lighter. So there's actually studies that show that this is a thing. When you move your body, blood flow increases to your brain, more oxygen, more nutrients, more clarity. That brain fog that you've been walking around with and not being able to quite let go of, movement can help clear that up. Your heart rate goes up, you're starting to release endorphins, like the feel-good chemicals, dopamine. I guess the American Psychiatric Association actually recommends moving as treatment for depression and other things like that, which is really cool. There must be a reason, right? So with this, when I say move your body, I'm not just saying, it feels so nice to move your body. It does, but there's actually science backing this up, and you can do your research if you want. Regardless, what I'm saying is your mood, your clarity, your creativity, your joy, all of this is connected to moving your body. What I've also realized is when you're moving your body, you're also moving things in your life as well. This is first internal, and obviously when you're changing internal things, the external also changes because you're changing decisions that you would make. Think of it this way. If you're depressed versus if you're happy, you're going to be making two different types of decisions, thoughts, behaviors with both of those things. You're moving and you're happier, won't you be making choices more closer to your goals and what you want? Probably. Also, who doesn't want to show up as their best self? As a mom, I understand that it can be difficult sometimes to just break away or take a class, a dance class, or have time for yourself and even just leave the house. I get it. I am that way as well, and I only have one child, so I get that time is very precious and we have to optimize our time as much as possible. Being able to move your body, even if it's just a little bit, a couple minutes a day, intentionally moving and flowing, I feel like it will definitely change the day. When I was able to sleep train my son, I had nap times to be able to move at home, even if it was for 10 minutes. And I realized that, again, there are probably a lot of moms who are in the same situation where they cannot leave the home and start a new hobby and just leave whenever they necessarily want to. So I created something which is called the nap dance method. The concept is really simple. It's born out of the nap times that I was able to dance and get things done. So I created a 5-lesson course for this. Before I move on, this is free. This is not you have to pay for. You can get it and just do it whenever you want. This is free. It's a free course, and there's 5 lessons. We talk about movement. You learn a short choreographed number. We go over simple techniques for strengthening, a warm-up that you can also use as a cool down. We also talk a little bit about confidence, which you can take all of this information into your daily life, and it doesn't even have to necessarily be dance related. It's how you present yourself. It's how you walk. It's, things like that. That's what this course is. Very easy, very simple, can be done during nap times. And if you want it, the information will be in the description. If you in your life right now are feeling low, depressed, you're not feeling like things are progressing in your life, or you're feeling like you can't think straight, all of the things that are keeping you from moving forward, if you're feeling this way, even if you're waking up in the morning and you're just why? If you're feeling that way, move your body. Move it and just see what happens. Just any type of music that you like, and you just flow. And if you've never danced before, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. But if you just flow and move your body, don't look in the mirror, just move the way that it feels like it needs to go, whether it's like a wave or a sunshine, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just move your body for even 5 minutes and see what changes can actually be made within yourself. Ask yourself, how am I feeling after this? What have I noticed? Is something lighter? Can I show up in my life differently now? Just see what happens. What's the worst that's gonna happen? You move your body. You move your body that day. Here's what I know to be true. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And taking time for yourself is not selfish. You are important and you have needs too. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a like, a thumbs up, and a subscribe. It really means so much when you do. I hope that this gave you a little bit of a push to move your body and really either get into something new, maybe dance, or just start getting things flowing in your life again. Even if it's around your kids in the living room doing the nap dance method. Wink, wink. And again, that is free. If movement has changed your life, or you are just getting started, I would love to hear your stories on what has helped you, on what you are learning about yourself and the way that you're moving. And thank you so much for tuning in this week. I will see you guys next time. Bye.